And I just want to talk about Alibaba for a second because I've got some news about the upcoming secondary listing in Hong Kong, and a source with direct knowledge of the matter told me that the order books for institutional investors will close at 12 p.m. noon in New York time. So that's today. Later on today, they will close because the IPO, the secondary listing, has received such strong demand. The source tells me that the book is well covered and that the international offering has received strong feedback. So it seems to be going well so far for Alibaba with this secondary offering in Hong Kong, despite some of the concerns around that. Just want to bring you some comments we heard also from Robert McCooey. He's the Vice President of Listing at the Nasdaq, and Nancy called up with him yesterday to ask him a bit about Alibaba. Let's listen in to what he had to say.
Alibaba is a very, very unique case. So not everyone is Alibaba. Not everyone is a $500 billion market cap company and can go and do a secondary listing of 10 to 15 billion dollars. Most companies would aspire to be a 10 to 15 billion dollar market cap company, not just magically do a secondary listing. So I think that we'll see if there are others that are not Alibaba begin to talk about that. We certainly think that there's great value to continuing for them to be listed on Nasdaq in the U.S. And if they decide to do a secondary listing on Hong Kong or another market in the region, they're going to do it for strategic and economic reasons that make sense for them.
That was Robert McCooey of the Nasdaq there speaking to Nancy yesterday. And I think there was a lot of concern that perhaps the situation in Hong Kong would dampen some of the appetite for Alibaba's secondary listing, but that hasn't really been the case. This is a business that continues to grow revenue every quarter at a strong pace. It's a business that continues to invest in its core commerce business, its cloud computing business, and showing that it can grow, even in an environment where there's worries about an economic slowdown in China, as there's worries about perhaps the Chinese consumer also slowing down as well. And Alibaba is shaking off a lot of those fears by continuing to post market-beating earnings.